Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the English trainer for this hour. We will be doing a discussion and reading about cell phones in public places. And so that should be an interesting discussion. It's cell phones or mobile phones in public places. Hi, Salvatore. How are you? Okay, I cannot hear you. I just hear a fuzz from your computer.
Hi Ollie,
Hi, how are you? Okay, now I can
can
hear
you
you.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes. Yeah.
I'm fine.
So how are you? How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm
So,
just wake up and just wake up and I drink my cup of coffee.
okay. And relaxing because it's 8 a.m. right now, correct?
Correct, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's midnight now, so I have now joined Sunday. So it's now the same day, I'm at the same day as the rest of you. So,
Okay.
and hello again, Andre. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome back. So, it's nice to see you again. I loved your humor in the last class. I loved that thing about the beer tasting.
Yeah, I
I
actually
knew it was a joke
I am
because
a kind of person who sometimes who at the parties makes jokes and everybody laughs.
yeah, I can believe that. Well, I knew it was a joke because you had actually told me that you don't drink much.
Yes.
Even though in class you always make it sound like you do. So um so it was funny. Hi Cornell, welcome. Good morning.
Hi, Holly. How are you today?
Very good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Everything is okay. We are waiting for the Christmas.
Yeah, good. Well, you're in class actually an hour later than normal.
Yeah, because I arranged something in the background. Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
we are taking care of my son.
Uh-huh. Yeah, did you join were you able to join any classes yesterday? Yesterday
Mm,
morning?
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
was
as far as I know, I reserved the class in the morning, but I put off it, I think. Yeah, I don't
oh,
know.
okay. Okay, because what happened, I guess sometime is something happened where only people who actually had reservations and could get into their dashboard could actually join the classes because usually you have the live classes and you can just click on it. They weren't there, and so it was really strange. So, hello, Jose.
Hello, Holly.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. You're not normally in class in the morning, are you?
No, I don't normally I don't get class in the morning.
Yeah. So, good morning. No, are you on a holiday now? Vacation
Yeah,
from school?
yeah. No, on Monday I am going to work too. On Monday, only on
Okay.
Monday.
Only on Monday. Okay. And then Tuesday, and when do you go back to school?
Uh, After on January 6th.
January
After
6th.
January 6th. Okay.
Okay. All right. And Salvatore, are you ready for Christmas?
Yes, I'm ready for Christmas, teacher.
Yeah.
I take the gift for all my family and now I waiting for Christmas.
Mhm. Okay. So so you've got all your gifts bought and everything. So in Italy, do you guys actually celebrate on the 24th, 25th, or 26th?
Yes, 24 before the day before Christmas, then
Mhm.
25
Mhm.
it's Christmas, 26 Saint Stefano. We celebrate Saint Stefano,
Okay.
and but in midnight 25 most of people go to the church to celebrate the born of Jesus Christ.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, as far as that goes, we've got Christmas Eve is the 24th, and Christmas Day is the 25th, and in English on the 26th we actually call it Boxing Day. And I'm not sure. I've asked some yeah, I've asked some Canadians why it's called Boxing Day, and nobody's been able to tell me. So, the U.S. we only have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then we also have what you described. It's called a Christmas Eve service at church. A lot of people go to Christmas Eve service, or of course, Christmas Eve Mass.
Hello, Holly.
Hello. How are you doing?
Just give me 1 second. Right.
So, are you doing,
Hello.
Frank?
Yes, I'm here.
And Khalid? Okay, excellent. Welcome, Frank. Okay,
Welcome.
and let's I want to introduce everybody to everybody else. We have Andre. He is from I've already forgotten, Russia. And Frank is from
Dominican Republic.
yeah, that's right, Dominican Republic, but he's living in
U.S.
somewhere in the U.S. Have I forgotten already? So it's been a whole 24 hours. So, and Jose is from Spain. Khalid is from Libya. Cornell is from Hungary. And then we have Salvatore from Italy. So,
And our teacher from?
Oh, and our teacher is from Idaho in the United States. So, who lived in South Korea for less than 2 years and Finland for 11 years. And actually, she has lived the longest time she's ever lived in one city was Tampere, Finland. So,
Holly is almost Finnish girl.
yeah, almost. I just don't have the language down very well. So a little bit. I can speak a little bit. So, and we have somebody new. Halil, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Where are you from, Halil?
I'm from Turkey, and it's my first time.
Excellent.
Here.
Well, welcome. And
you.
question I always ask about this: where is this at? Is this in Turkey? This picture?
Here is the north of Turkey, Trabzon.
Okay.
You hear
Oh.
Sümela Monastery?
Huh, I've never heard of that.
Trabzon, hello. The last visit to Turkey before 1 month, I was planning to visit Trabzon, but then I changed the idea because I went to Antalya because I think Trabzon in this time is very cold, so maybe next time I will visit Trabzon. It's a beautiful place, and yeah.
Yeah, beside the sea, isn't it, Holly?
Yes, yeah, beside the sea, right?
I'm from Antalya, but my wife is from Trabzon. So sometimes I come to Trabzon, but on the other hand, I live in Antalya.
So which the time you recommend to visit for anyone to visit Trabzon? I mean, in which time? Before summer or something?
You should come here at summer.
Summer. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Let's go, everybody there. Let's visit.
Awesome. I think we should have just a meeting, a reunion, and we should travel to all of our countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is a good time to visit Russia?
It's 1 p.m.
No, what you weren't listening. When is a good time? Is a good season?
I don't
Right.
I don't get
Right now?
the season.
Yeah.
This winter.
Yeah, but when is that a good time to visit? Khalid had asked Khalil when is a good time to visit Turkey, and he said summer.
Okay. Okay, I think for my city it is better to go in the middle of winter or in the summer. It depends on the city in Russia because
Okay.
in every city the climate is a bit different.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so, Frank, when is a good time to visit the Dominican Republic?
Well, the good time to visit Dominican Republic is, I guess, is summer. I mean, there's no, it depends. Like the entire years, the weather is good, so you can visit anytime you want to.
That's
So
what I was thinking. That sounds like it's a year-round situation there.
it's how you say a tropical country. Which
Yeah.
means the entire years is not the weather doesn't change.
Uh-huh.
So it's basically stay
Yeah.
the same.
So when is a cheap time to go?
Time?
Or inexpensive?
Probably on May.
May? Okay.
June. Yeah.
May or June.
And
Okay.
then just 3 hours. It's close to United States because just like 3 hours from here.
Yeah, I know that people travel there quite often.
Yeah, it's like
I've
when you go to
never looked into it.
Yeah, it's really close. To
Yeah.
the States.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And how about Spain, Jose? When is a decent time to travel to Spain?
Definitely in summer. I think that in summer is the best good season to visit Spain.
Okay. Even though it gets really hot?
The winter is really hard. No.
Okay. And Khalid, how about Libya?
Oh, Libya. To be
is there
honest, it's the wrong time to visit Libya now because it's a matter of security and stability. But if they think it's fine, I think in the spring it's okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Or in the
so
summer because yeah.
So once everything becomes more stable politically and so forth, the springtime would be a good time to visit.
Yeah, it's very good time.
Okay. Yeah. How about Hungary, Cornell?
The best period to travel in Hungary from April till end of September. It is
Okay.
They are spring and summer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but winter is getting mild at the moment, but it is a global problem, in my point of view.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Salvatore, how about Italy? When is a good time to visit Italy?
Of course, summer, teacher. You can go the place on the beach and on the mountain, and you can find a good weather. It's the best
Okay.
time.
Okay, excellent. And Idaho, 75% of our state is made up of national forests, which means no one lives on it. And there's a lot of good camping, fishing, a lot of wildlife. If you're a bird watcher, all kinds of different things to do.
So what is
summertime?
All right.
What, Frank?
Yeah, what is the population of your city, like of the state?
The population of my town, where I'm living right now, is 850 people.
Oh.
So, the population of the state of Idaho is 3 million, about 3 million people, which is less than many of your cities. And the population of the state capital is and the surrounding areas of the state capital is about 500,000, so 500,000.
All right.
So
There's no.
yeah, so it's very small, but there's a lot of outdoors, and every season. If you're a skier, there's a lot of ski resorts. If you're a camper and a fisherman and you like that kind of stuff, If you're a shopper, don't come to Idaho. If you're a partier, you might be able to find something in Idaho, but it's mostly for people who are outdoorsy and things like that.
There's like wild animal there?
I'm sure there are. So, yeah, there are. But, I mean, you can find them mostly in the mountains. I did see a picture on Facebook of a horse over about where my brother used to live, about 30 minutes from here, from where I'm living, where a horse was actually attacked by a cougar.
I want to visit some place where they have tigers.
That wouldn't be in the United States of America, except for the zoos.
Yeah.
So, tigers aren't tigers in Africa?
No, Siberian. How do you say Siberian? And I think in Russia, and also in Bangladesh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even. I just know they're at the zoos. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The topic on this for this worksheet today is called "Hello, I'm on the plane." So, and this is specifically targeted for those of you who talk on their mobile phones. So, are there any places where you would not want to listen to people talking on their mobile phones? So, Salvatore.
Yeah.
I have to answer this question, teacher.
Yeah. Can you answer the question? Yeah. Yep.
Yes. I wouldn't like to listen to people talk on the phone on the bus and on the train. In my opinion, it doesn't polite to talk around other people.
So it isn't. It is instead of it doesn't. It isn't polite to talk on the phone around other people. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Thank you, Cornell.
Thank you.
Cornell, do you agree with Salvatore, or do you have any other ideas?
Sorry, what was the statement?
He said the bus and train. When people are on the bus and train, he says it's very impolite for people to talk on the phone.
It depends on the situation because, for example, if I get an urgent phone call, I must pick up the receiver. So I agree more or less. So it depends on the situation. It is my opinion about the situation.
Okay, excellent. Khalid, what do you think?
Sorry, it could be polite and impolite as well.
Yeah, so it depends. It really depends on how the conversation is going. Yeah. I've done it where it's been impolite and didn't even realize it. Didn't even, it was being a loud, obnoxious, rude American. So, Khalid, what do you think? Are there any places where you would not want to listen to people talking on their mobile phones? Any other places?
I think in the places where it should be in hospital sometimes, not in the all places in the hospital, but in certain place where maybe should be more quiet. I think I wouldn't want to listen to people talking their mobile phone. I'm not saying here that they shouldn't be talking in their mobile phone, but they should be away from the sitting room or something, receptions. Or,
yeah, that totally makes sense there. Okay, and then Jose, can you think of any place that you would not want to hear people talking on their mobile phones?
Yes, in a lot of places, for example, when I am at the cinema or in a meeting or in a presentation, I think it's impolite when some people sound the mobile phone. It's impolite.
And that totally makes sense. Okay, and Halil, can you think of some places that you
Yes,
don't like?
Holly or Halil?
It's the second one. Holly.
Halil, yes.
Yeah.
This is me. Teacher, yes, there is. I think in libraries, people shouldn't talk on their mobile phones because everyone is reading books and studying lessons. I think so.
Okay, that's a good one as well. Frank, can you think of any places?
Well, sometimes when I'm meeting with my family, when I have a meeting with someone in the bus on the train, and I also don't like to use the phone too much because I just use the phone when I'm talking about business or anything that is important to me or to anybody else. But
okay, so when you're with family.
Yeah, I don't use the phone at all.
Okay, with family or friends.
Yeah, or friends.
Yeah, it would, like, if you haven't seen them in a long time, you leave your phone in your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, and Andre, how about you?
Museum.
Museum? Yeah, that's actually a good place too. Because everybody's really tired, and I'm not tired. I'm tired of museums. Everybody's very quiet museum. I have a tendency. My experience is when I go to certain museums, I walk in and I immediately get very sleepy. So that's why I said that. But museums, okay, these are very good ones. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at some key words here, and then we're going to read an article about using mobile phones on airplanes. I do want to talk to you a little bit about a pronunciation here with this word right here. In American English, as you have heard, I have actually pronounced it mobile phones. In British English, they actually say mobile. So the pronunciation is mobile phones. In American English, we rarely use the word mobile phone. We actually use cell phone. Cell phones. But this is here, so I just read it that way. For Americans, a mobile phone is actually one that is truly in a car. So. Okay, we've got, let's match the words on the left with the definitions on the right. We have the cockpit, a distraction, a post, inevitable, handy, free speech, a chatterbox, a concern. Okay, so Salvatore, could you read letter A and see if you can match it?
A comment or message published on a website.
Okay, so that's published on a website. Yeah.
On a website. A moment. A post.
Yes.
3.
So it is a post. Perfect. 3. All right. And Andre, could you read letter B?
A person who talks a lot. Chatterbox.
Yes, a chatterbox.
7.
Or verbling teacher Holly. So certain. Sorry, a letter C. Frank, could you read that?
Okay. Certain to happen, impossible to be avoided.
Okay, so what would that be? Certain to happen, impossible to be avoided.
It should be number 8, or it should be 4.
It's 4. Can you pronounce that?
Inevitable.
Inevitable. Inevitable. No, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. This is one of those words that.
Inevitable, right?
Inevitable.
Inevitable. All right.
Inevitable. This is one of the words that I had my students in Finland rolling on the floor laughing because I actually pronounced it completely wrong. I pronounced it inevitable. So, and I had been pronouncing it wrong for years, but it's actually inevitable.
It sounds
and I
like
had to,
unstoppable, right?
yeah, understandable. Yeah, it could be inevitable, but I had to actually go home and practice this word. I was, it was, they told me that I was making them feel good. So
There's a lot of words that sound similar, like unfavorable,
infallible, inevitable. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
So,
it's a little tricky.
yeah, Cornell, letter D.
Something, sorry. Something that causes you to stop giving your attention to something else.
Okay. What would that be?
2, distraction.
2, distraction. D. Okay, and Khalid, could you read that in letter E?
Something that wears you.
Okay.
Something that wears you is concern.
Yes, is a concern. Perfect. Okay, and Halil, could you read letter F?
The right to express your opinions in public is free speech, I think.
Perfect. Free speech. And then letter G, Jose.
The space at the front of an aircraft where the pilot sits, number 1, the cockpit.
Okay. So where the pilot sits.
The pilot sits.
Yes, is the cockpit. Very good.
The cockpit.
Okay, and handy is useful or convenient. This was the most difficult one, and so I saved it for last. So, the useful or convenient is handy. Also, just to let you guys know, handy is also slang in British English for a mobile phone. In this respect, it could be a cell phone. When people listen to people talking on their handy, people will use that word as well. But usually handy means useful or convenient. So, any questions about these words?
No, not me.
No, everybody's fine? Okay. The technology has been developed to allow mobile phones to be used safely on planes. We are going to read an article on page 2 about the in-flight mobile phone debate and answer the following questions. Number 1, why are some people in favor of using mobile phones on the plane? 2, why are some people against using mobile phones on the plane? 3, what possible compromises have been suggested? Number 4, which airline first experimented with in-flight mobile calls? Number 5, which airline has launched the service in its planes? And number 6, which airline has not yet decided whether to implement the technology? So those are the answers we'll be looking for when we read this. The in-flight mobile phone debate is it good to talk at 30,000 feet? Or does the thought of a plane full of mobile phone conversations fill you with horror? So let's go ahead and read this. Jose, could you read number 1? And can everybody see this, or do you need me to increase that?
Yes. The mobile phone debate divides air travelers into 2 separate camps. Those who feel that losing their mobile service is like losing an arm, and those who would forward the period between takeoff and landing because for them it's one of the few remaining occasions in life when they can be contacted by the office or anyone else.
Okay. And what I would suggest for you, Jose, is to slow down a little bit when you're reading.
Yes.
If you have a thick accent, if you slow down, it's easier for people to understand.
Okay.
All right. Number 2, Halil, can you read this one?
Yes. Ironically, it's the anti-cheater camp who have been the most talkative since the news that the technology is now ready to enable travelers to make in-flight calls without affecting the cockpit's communication and navigation systems. One United Kingdom newspaper launched a campaign against in-flight calls, and none of the several hundred readers who post comments on its website was in favor of them.
Okay, so who posted comments? Okay, and Khalid, could you read this next paragraph?
No.
No. No.
I would rather have smoking than mobiles. It is enough to persuade me not to fly at all.
So it's enough to persuade me not to fly at all.
Yeah, to persuade me not to fly at all.
Okay, can you read the next paragraph too?
These were just three responses that represented their opinion that mobiles would cause a distraction to other travelers who prefer to read, sleep, or simply switch off from the problems of the world.
Okay, excellent. Now, in these first paragraphs, are there any words or phrases you guys do not know?
The word that pursued.
Okay, persuade. Okay, it's enough to be. Persuade. Another word for persuade would be to convince.
Okay.
So in sales, we always try to persuade people to buy. That's part of sales and advertising is persuasion.
Isn't that all right?
Okay. Any other words or phrases? Okay. Number 3. Frank, could you read that?
But the angry post don't reflect the true picture. People who are against things tend to make more noise than those who accept that certain innovation are inevitable. Two published survey suggests that four out of 5 air travelers are in favor of allowing in flight calls as long as they can be proved to be safe, and 54% of business travelers think that they will use the service.
All right, thank you. All right, and Cornell, could you read number 4?
Who cares? Said management trainer Richard Parsons. Sometimes being able to make a quick phone call could be extremely handy. And what happened to free speech?
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And Andre, could you read number 5?
Masayuki Kurihara, an inventor and interior designer, said we have to keep moving with technologies, and obviously some people will want to use their mobile even if calls are expensive. How about a separate compartment for the chatterboxes?
Okay, thank you. And next person. Sorry about that. Salvatore, could you read the next one?
Hello, can I ask you a question, teacher?
Yes, you can.
What is the meaning of obviously?
Obviously is it means that it should be everybody should really realize that it should not be hidden, It's from the word obvious, but so
Clearly.
and inevitably, yeah. But basically, obviously, is everybody should know.
Okay.
Everybody should know this anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you, Andre. Okay. And so, Salvatore, number 6. Could you read that?
Yes. The system developed by On Air was given the green light by the European Aviation Safety Agency in 2007. On Air's Chief Communication Officer Graham Lake accepted the public's concerns. You probably wouldn't want to sit next to someone who talked for the whole flight, he says, but the cabin crew have control over the system and can decide to deactivate it at night, for example.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Number 7. Cornell, could you read that?
Yes. Number 7. Number 7.
Yes.
Other possible compromises have been suggested, for example, limiting mobile use to short-haul flights only and allowing silent communications only, text and emails via laptops and handheld devices.
Okay, thank you. And Khalid, could you read number 8?
Air France became the first airline to test the system on one of its Airbus in December 2007, and in February 2009. The Air No Frills airline Ryanair launched its in-flight mobile phone service in 20 aircraft, sharing the revenue from the calls with On Air.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And Jose, number 9.
Yes, Holly. British Airways prefers to wait for customer feedback. If you ask someone on a business flight to Brussels, he'd probably welcome the ability to check that his meeting was still on, said a spokesman. But if you ask the same question to the same person on a 12-hour flight to Hong Kong, he may tell you something very different.
All right, thank you. All right, excellent. One of the things I want to go over as far as pronunciation, that actually almost all of you have the same problem, and this is with words with you basically, it's a word like this. This word right here, responses.
Responses.
It's really common for a lot of you guys, when you see this, you see the S and then the ES, and not pronounce the last part. So it's basically being swallowed. So you read it like this: response instead of responses. So it's responses, and this is, I think at least half of you did this on your reading. So be careful, and also that some people are actually missing the S's altogether. So be sure to remember to read the S's at the end.
I think responses is many, right? And response is one. It's like response.
Yeah, it changes the meaning if you don't pronounce it right. So if you're not saying it right, it changes the meaning of these words. Now, keep in mind that then, of course, you have this word, responded, and this is actually pronounced with an ed sound as well. So responses, responded. and the reason for that is because it's a T and a D. We have the word. We have also, like, for example, this word reflect, reflected. You would say that with an ed sound, but let's see if I can find a word that isn't. Let's see. I'm finding all the TEDs, so I'm finding all the. Bear with me a moment. Favor.
Favor.
Favored. So in this one, favor or favored is past tense, but you actually don't say the ed in it because it's an R. The only time you would say an ed, the ed sound, is because it's a D or a T. So responded, reflected. This one though is favored, so you do not say the E at all.
And what about composed? Composed.
Yeah, see, composed.
Composed. Right.
Composed is the same way. The composed actually sounds kind of like a T sound. So the E is not pronounced, and the D sounds like a T, but it becomes it's an actually natural. See, so these as well are natural. If you say the D and the D, you would actually say the E. But in these ones, you have to make sure that you don't say this E sound. But in the SES, you do say the E sound. So it's it can get really confusing sometimes. So let's look at. First of all, are there any words or phrases that we read that you guys did not know?
If you go up, I'm gonna not on this line, on the next one, that we just read.
Okay.
I think no. Yeah, the other question that you, not that one. I mean the other article. The second one.
Okay. The other article.
Yeah.
Up here?
I think. No. Okay,
No?
forget it.
Okay. Well, you'll find it. Anybody else have any words that they ran into that they did not know? Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can find the answers. So number 1, why are some people in favor of using mobile phones on the plane? Anybody know?
Business.
Okay.
Yes, because they can be contacted by the office or anyone else.
Okay.
No?
So basically for professional reasons mainly.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So.
But the matter here is the problem sometimes is not the business people only using mobile phone in the plane. But the problem when the chatter boxes wanted to chat or talking with others, so that's the problem. It's not for urgent or urgent matter, just for talking. Yeah.
Yeah, so if somebody calls up a friend and, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time, how are you? Yeah. So, okay. So why are some people against using mobile phones on the plane? I think you hit the nail on the head. Chatterboxes. So what possible compromises have been suggested?
Isolate the chatterboxes in some places.
Yeah.
You can steal data from the plane. No?
Can you?
I think from the pilots or something or from anybody else who using computer. If you know how to hack computer, you can do by using your phone, I think.
Wow. Okay, that wasn't in the article, but that's interesting.
Yes,
So,
the suggestion is to limit the and one possibility limiting mobile use
okay,
by
so
allowing silent communication only, like text and email.
yeah,
Limit.
Okay, so silent communication restrictions. So silent communication. Okay, and there was actually several of them. Another short distance flights only. Okay, and then also deactivate at night and then separate compartments, which I think that's probably what they'll do. Okay, number 4, which airline first experimented with in-flight mobile phones?
Air France.
Air France.
Air
France.
France. Yeah, Air
Was the first.
Which one?
Air France.
Air France.
Air France.
Air France. Okay, and which airline has launched the service on its planes? I thought it's on all of them by now.
Ryanair.
Yeah, Ryanair, but I think it's on all of them now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Of course, I haven't been on a plane in years, so. Which airline has not yet decided whether to implement the technology?
British Airlines.
Yeah.
British Airways.
British Airways. Okay. The last time I was on a plane was in probably 2011 or maybe 2012, and I recall that there was phones on all the planes. Do you guys remember? Were there phones on all these different planes?
Huh?
I'm sorry. I said it wrong. I said it wrong. I just recall that all the planes I've been on, there's always been phones. Have you guys been on planes recently where there hasn't been a phone?
Well, I don't travel a lot, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't traveled late. I haven't traveled in the last 3 or 4 years, so I don't know. Colin, you traveled recently, haven't you?
You mean for the mobile phone or?
Oh yeah, okay, that's what this is about. Oh, because they have those in-flight phones, those telephones on the
emergency phone.
Yeah, those phones that you can call.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking, of course. But of course, this is about mobile phones. So, duh. Okay. Holly's being an airhead.
I mean, every time that I travel, I use my phone at the first the first 10 minutes. But once they gone to fly, once the airplane gone to fly, they all the time says like put your electronic away, something like that. So
yeah.
For the landing and the landing time and the takeoff time, it's they ask the people to turn off their mobile. You can use the surface when the airplane in the air. That's time you can use the surface.
Yeah.
They allow.
And also a lot of our cell phones have airplane modes.
No, the smartphone there's the airplane mode. You can turn it on, activate the surface or deactivate this surface is disable wireless and disable. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do this talking point.
Sorry, just I wanted to add something here, something like tips. I usually, we recommend, especially for the business people, professional people, that they use those people they using their mobile business. In the public area and your Wi-Fi, or do not use your professional email in this area. Because it's there is possibility to hacking your computer or your mobile or your account. So there is you can use a secure channel by connected to your office through VPN, and that time you will be safe to browsing your email. Because in public area like in airport, in the airplane, there is a lot of computer hackers looking for those people and phishing them. So be careful. Yeah.
So don't use your professional emails on mobile phones.
Not in the mobile phones only. I mean, in the open area. Don't use the Wi-Fi.
Oh, like the free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi, yeah. Unless you can connect to the free Wi-Fi, but not to browsing the internet. To use another program, which is Virtual Profile Network. This is a secure connection to maybe your company, and then you can, through this channel, you can use your email. This is for the business people, yeah, because this traffic will be encrypted. So the hacker is difficult to decrypt this traffic. It's safe. It's a safe tunnel between you and your company. You will browse the internet from your company, not from the Wi-Fi. But you use this Wi-Fi as a media to connect to your office through VPN.
Okay, I got it.
Some technical stuff, but
yeah. Well, since you're a security expert, I take your word for it. That's excellent. That's great advice. So it doesn't work for someone like myself who's a small business person who doesn't have a VPN. So
yeah.
But for people that are working for corporations, that's a very good piece of advice. Thank you. So, question for you, Cornell: are you for or against in-flight mobile phone use?
Against, because on the plane, I think it is impolite to use mobile phones, and disturbing the another people who would like to sleep, for example.
Okay. What do you think, Jose?
Yes, I think I am for using the mobile phone on the flight, because I think that the technology is good in order to the person communicate with the office or with the work.
Okay. All right. So you are actually for it because especially for business reasons and professional reasons. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And
but Holly, I think that the flights should have a specific zone. Okay.
Say that again, Jose.
That the flights should have a specific zone to do the phone calls.
Okay, so they should have specific rules and so forth.
Specific rules, okay.
So that the other passengers are not bothered. Okay. Maybe a specific room, separate area.
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Salvatore, what do you think? Are you for or against in-flight mobile phone use?
I'm against in-flight mobile phone use because, for example, I want to relaxing myself when I am on the plane, because fly on the plane it's enough stressful, and if you rest or sleeping or reading something, it's the best way to pass the flight.
Yes, I agree. All right, Frank, how about you? Are you for or against in-flight mobile phone use?
Well, there are many reasons to use the phone and to not use the phone when you flying. One reason is like when there's like how you say it, thunder.
Thunder and lightning.
Yeah, so that's actually I'm against to use when it's raining or something like that, because that can produce some type of, I don't know. And I'm also like not against it. Against how you say against it? Against it, because it's useful when if you want to call your family and you want to tell them like you get like you almost landing into the land, so or arriving to the land, so that's beneficial for you and for your family. Yeah, it depends how you take it, how you take the.
Yeah, so it depends on how you see the whole thing. Okay, all right. And Khalid, how about you? Are you for or against in-flight mobile phone use?
You can say as I'm in the middle, but I'm always happy with the technology and with using the surface, such as kind of surface, but with the rules and regulation. Because sometimes the problem is not came from the surface itself or function. The problems came from the people that they use those kind of surface. They're using them to bothering the people, something like that. So I think I totally agree that we can use those kind of surface, but with some kind of limitation. And like in we now we're talking about the mobile phone, but on another hand, there's another surface provided in the airplane, like alcohol or drink. The same problem. Maybe some people, when they drank a lot, they make a mini distortion for other people. So I think we should limit any kind of the surface that maybe affect other people or bothering other people.
Yeah, so I like your idea of I mean, allow it, but have regulations.
Yes.
So and like you, I am also on the fence because like many of you, I like to use my devices, and I like to use them anytime I want, and so, but the likelihood of me calling a family member or friend while I'm on the airplane is very, very low. But if I need to, it would be nice to be able to.
Yes, so, that's why. Yes, I totally agree.
So I'm on the fence, but I also totally get Cornell and Salvatore's opinion, where it's irritating for other people and so forth. And I did that once. I had a friend call me in the morning when I woke up, and I talked to her the whole time, the entire morning. I got on the bus, I was still talking to her. An hour later, when I got off the bus, I was still talking to her. So I talked to her on the entire commute to work, and it didn't even dawn on me that the bus was very, very quiet. It was in Finland. Probably everybody was listening to me to practice their English. So
sometimes people also they fight, and on the telephone they speak more loud, so everybody can hear them. So that's also another reason to.
Yeah, I did that once. I was very hard. I was on the bus again. It was probably a few weeks later, and I was very, very strong with somebody on the phone, and it sounded like I was yelling at them. And then I realized, oh man, what was I doing? And after that, I stopped talking on the phone because I felt so embarrassed because I did that. I was just an ugly American as far as I'm concerned. So. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for your time and participation today. I hope you learned some new words and phrases and new ways to pronounce words. And everybody, have a great day. It's all morning for you guys over there, so enjoy it. And good night. I'm headed to bed.
Good night.
See you on the other side. See you on Monday morning, maybe. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye everyone. Thank you.